Welcome everyone to a Tuesday night business booster call, and I'm really excited about what you're about to learn and who you're about to listen from, because Sarah Wardrop, our Director of Marketing, has taken up a point tonight and is going to be delivering this call. So I'm going to say, get the notebooks out, make plenty of notes. This is an amazing business tool, and Sarah's put a lot of work into, I guess, helping you understand more, know more, and achieve more through using this business tool. So thank you for joining us tonight, Sarah, and over to you.
Great, thank you, Jenny. Look, I'm really excited to be here tonight to take you through this tool. We have heard about this before at our AIM. I think we had a little video from Naomi and James, which was great. But today I'm going to be taking you through everything really that there is sort of to know about the actual tool. I've got a presentation that I'll take you through, and then I'm actually going to do a live, a bit of a live creation of a post, which will be interesting. Anyway, so yeah, so we're just gonna, we'll start going from now, I guess. So yeah, just a little bit of an agenda. So I'm going to take you through just a little bit of background about building your personal brand on social media, and why that's important. I've got some up-to-date research on that as well, and sort of what's been happening in the consumer's mind and what's happening with consumers, sort of, if I can say post-pandemic, if I can say that, sort of post-pandemic, or sort of, you know, the brunt of it behind us. We're going to go through the social media studio and how to access it, some features. We're going to show you some training as well, and I'm going to do a live use of the editor tool, which will be exciting. All right, so yeah, so just a bit of a background on the building your personal brand on social media. So it is really important, because building that is your path to success. And just a little bit of stats here, you know, 40% of people use social media as a primary way to research a new brand or a new product. So you just got to keep that in mind. And another one there that I've pulled, 25% of social media users buy from brands they follow on social media. So I would say that 25% in the future is going to go up, definitely. And if you're just on Instagram, you'll probably find that that will be a lot higher. So there's just a few little stats there. So let's go through basically why you need to build your personal brand. Now, one of the main things that you need to do, obviously, is increase online visibility and attract opportunities. And I have to say, I've stolen Kirsty Sapwell's amazing smoothie challenge recipe that was in the recipe challenge, in the smoothie challenge this month. And I just wanted to give that as an example of, you know, something that is really increases your online visibility and attracts opportunities. You know, you've got a recipe there. You've got, you know, the prep time and how many servings, and, you know, Christy's actually put a little thing in there about herself personally, about, you know, I've got a confession, you know. So, you know, if you haven't seen that in the True Health Challenge group, go and have a look. It's actually really fun, and there's lots of other ones there too that are really good. So these are the types of opportunities that you have to build your personal brand, and this is why the smoothie challenge has actually worked really well. I've loved seeing all of the things on the smoothie challenge, and I think it's been a great promotion, and it's been an extensive promotion that's run over quite a long period of time. And one of the things that you need to know there is that, you know, it's not about being perfect, it's just about starting. You've just got to get out there. So of course the other things there are, you know, you can take control of your career and also grow your wealth. Now, the other thing about the social media is, you know, on average, it takes 5 to 7 impressions for people to see your social media post or anything that you've put out, for people to remember your brand and actually take action. I have seen research recently in the last couple of months that say it's actually a lot higher than that. But I think if you're doing the right things and you're building your social media presence, I think that's pretty fair assumption. So the other thing that we have, and I've built some research, I've got some research around, is that, you know, it's also about being authentic and the realness. And I have mentioned this before, but we've actually got some research to prove it now. So of course, perfect images of ourselves don't actually boost the likability in the same way that it used to. And you've seen them all before, all the perfect Instagrammers that have, perfect influencers. Well, it's interesting now, the research tells us that that actually is not doing so well, and it's not boosting the likability of, in the same way. So it has definitely changed, and this is all post-pandemic information. So rather candid, rather than posed pictures, have a way of making people seem more genuine. So that's a really interesting thing to note. We always knew that we were going towards that direction, but now we've got research to back that up. But of course, having said that, there is still demand for inspirational images that look good. However, post-lockdown, some customers want content to better reflect the reality of post-lockdown life and support people. So you've got that real supportive, loving nature there. So of course, when trying to tap into this mood, the questions that you should always ask yourself should always be, what captures me or my brand in the best way possible? And what value can I offer others? So there's some two really good questions to sort of really think about when you're posting on social media. Now, the other things, and of course, going on from that is about providing value, which is my next point. So by providing value in our social media posts, we can educate, offer expertise, entertain your audience, and share with purpose. Now, it's interesting there, when you say entertain your audience, the entertainment factor is also one of Facebook's goals this year. I think I did a previous training on the social media in Facebook and the algorithm, and Facebook actually tells the algorithm what they want to focus on each year, and this year it is about entertaining people. So it's more than just educating and offering expertise. It really is about entertaining it, so really bringing out your own way of communicating that. So the other thing I've found is this really interesting research about what exactly you could get post-pandemic, like what kind of posts that you could do. And I've actually found this chart. Now, I'm just going to read through and just talk you through exactly what it is. So this is a chart that, this is some research that we picked up that was done in September 2021. It's from 9,223 social media users, and they were surveyed in 7 countries. They're all aged between 16 and 64. So there's a pretty good sample market there. So what they're saying is, today's stylistic ideal is casual and community minded. So if you think about that, you really got to focus on being community minded. So this chart tells us the percentage of social media users who most want to see the following from people or groups they follow. So again, we've just received the research to back all of this up. We sort of knew this was the case and we were going towards that direction, but here's the research to prove it. So 55% want to see funny, lighthearted content, again, entertaining. 48% want to see sharing of information that helps people. So you've really got the nurture feeling, and that's more around the community spirit there. 47% want to see content that I find inspirational. 41% is content that looks good. So that's still there because it links with the inspiration. 38% want to see reviews and opinions on products that they've used. That's very useful. 36% want to see content that's relatable to my situation. And these are all very close here. 35% want to taking a stance on important issues. And the last one there is content about their life. So a lot of these factors are really just about creating, your own self and a bit of authenticity around that. So these are the types of things that people want to see from you as a content provider on social media. So it's interesting to see that post-pandemic, there's actually been a step change in how consumers think about their health and how they actually manage it. So 2/3 of consumers say they're more conscious about looking after their physical and mental health than before the pandemic. So how we think about health is actually shifting. But now with health consciousness out now at a peak, the focus now appears to be shifting towards taking a more active and preventative measures. So what we're seeing now is really around self-care is not a necessity, and is a necessity. It's not an indulgence. And this is, we've now got the research to back that up, which is fantastic. So what we've got is actually people are developing a self-care toolkit of sorts. They're armed, so that they're armed for whatever life throws at them. And that's what we're seeing in the research. I do have another, as part of this research, I do have another slide here that has another chart, which I'll go through. And this was a question that was posed to for this research was, which of the following, if any, are you doing more of since the pandemic? So around health, the percentage of consumers who are doing more of the following to manage their, the pink one there is mental health and the black one is physical health. So the top 5 actions was, 40%, 48% eating healthier, exercising regularly, getting more sleep, taking vitamin supplements, which is a bonus for us, spending time outdoors. And again, here on the right-hand side, we have, the top 5 actions that people are doing to manage their physical health, which is exercising or moving more, 39% doing more hobbies and things that I enjoy, 29% speaking to friends and family about my worries, taking breaks from work, 25%, and practicing relaxation exercises like yoga. So these are all things that we've now got the research to back us up about what's happening in the minds of people post-pandemic after going through such an upheaval, I guess that's what you're saying. So, people are moving more, they're getting healthier, and they're getting more adequate sleep. And they're the top actions that we're seeing to manage physical health. And of course, vitamin supplements there. 31% more people are doing that after the pandemic, which is great. So, and we saw that lift in going through the pandemic, but now that things sort of are settling down a little bit and we're hoping to get out of it a little bit, people have really shifted their mindset. We're also seeing a rise in consumers seeking more natural preventative treatments, which again, Manateek is right in the cusp of all of that. So now that we've got all this information about our people and what people want, and that there is a big mass mindset that's changing, it gives us some really good opportunities to use these tools. So before I go into that, they're the statistics. 10,000 internet users in 7 markets, age 16 to 64. There you go. So before we go into that, there is a couple of other things there. So after you've gone through that mindset, you really sort of just need to define a goal when you're putting together a social media plan of what you want to do. So obviously you can use your customer avatar that you've created for your business. And when you define your main goal, there are a couple of things there. So one is, increase your online influence, build your community, or boost sales. Now, there's a couple of them there, but what I really think myself is that if you focus on building your community by helping people and sharing all of those things that we've discussed, you really will increase your online influence and you will boost your sales. So for me, that's one of the main things really is, just building your community. So there's a lot to take in there, but some really great pearls of wisdom that we can really think about and take forward into our social media planning. So what I'm going to do now is take you through the actual tool. So when you're thinking about all of those things about your people in the business and what kind of people you have in your business, you can really develop some really fantastic social media posts. And that is what the social media tool is about. So this is what's called Social Media Studios. So what it is, it's an exclusive selection of customizable branded content in one place. So it's actually a separate platform that the US have created through a separate company, and that separate company is providing us with lots of support to launch this. So when the US actually initially launched this social media studio a couple of months ago, they've put a whole lot of content on there for them, which is great. And when we actually looked at the content, we thought, you know what, we could really do with some localized content for Australia, New Zealand, Singapore. Obviously, we also have very different products, and our marketing, aesthetic is actually quite different. So what we went out to do is we aim to create and put out on the social media studio our own images and our own products of our markets so that you guys can use them. So, but this tool itself is it's more about just creating a social media post with particular images and products and logos that we're going to give you. It's also about, automating your social media. And it's similar to a lot of the other companies that use automated software. The fact that you can create your own social media posts with assets is similar to Canva in that way. And it has training and support as well as compliance on social media. So we'll go through each of these. But a lot of these is sort of a blend. It's all sort of blended together into a really nice platform for Manatech users. So how do I access Social Media Studio? So you may have already seen how to get into it. I'm just going to do a little screenshot. I've done some screenshots on how to get into it. If you already have the Premium Tools bundle. So if you don't have the Premium Tools bundle, I'll show you another way. But if you have the Premium Tools bundle, then your subscription, your monthly subscription will cover the Social Media Studio. So how do you access it? So you just go onto the website and you log in. Now, this is our retail account that we use in the office. So you just log in, and then the next screen that you get to is obviously your own back end. So over here near the arrow here is where we have a little extra link here where it's got the quick links that says Social Media Studio. So if you have the bundles, the Premium Tools bundle, this will already be accessible, and when you log in, you'll be able to click on that button and it will come up. So if we go into it, this is actually the platform that you get to, and it's got dashboard, calendar, content, analytics, and it's very, it's very easy to use and very user friendly, I think. But this is the platform that the company, the external company, has created, and you will come to this page. Now, this page is sort of an overview page because as soon as you sign up, the first thing that you have to do is actually connect your social media. So here on this page, you will see it says easily plan, publish and manage your content. All your posts and visuals in one place, scheduled in advance and published automatically to multiple social media. So when you click on connect page, you will be able to connect your social media. So if you click on that button, you will come to a little pop-up box like this that will give you the opportunity to choose any or all of your social media. So there's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, as well as Google My Business. So there's lots there that you can connect and log into, and therefore you can utilize the social media platform to post on Facebook and Instagram and all of those others separately. So you don't have to go into each platform themselves. Okay, so when you're actually in there, these are the elements that you can do. So you can pick professional ready-made content, of which I'll show you in the graphics editor. So there's a whole lot of content that we have put in there from our market. And that's obviously the asset manager. So the asset manager, when I say asset manager, asset basically means either an image or a logo or something of those items that you can utilize from there. This is the graphics tool that I'll take you through at the end, where you can actually create your own social media with text and all sorts of things. The other thing you can do is automate it. So that means that you can share and actually schedule your content and automate everything. So you can put in a week in advance and you can automate it to go out at 2 p.m. every day. And it means that you can sit down and plan it all out and create everything out and schedule it all for the whole week. And then you don't even have to go into it and do it separately. Okay, so with the compliance on social media, there is a little button when you're about to post it that you can turn on, and it will actually go to the US and get approval for if your post is okay. And I've been told it's a very short process. It doesn't take long at all. And that is within the portal itself. And you've also got dashboards. So dashboards, you can get insights on your social media performance over time, which gives you some great feedback, as well as it will give you some insights as well as to who is looking at your post, who's reading it, how long they're spending on it, age, by gender, all sorts of things. So it will give you some really good information about that, and then that information you can look at, review, and then look at what you can post the following week. Okay. So for those of you that that don't have the Premium Tools bundle, I'm just going to show you what we've done to make it really easy for you to get onto this social media thing. Oh, sorry, I put this in front of it. Sorry, this is the training. So the training is all done. There's lots of educational webinars and tutorials, which I'll show you, that you can go and look at for each tool. And these are all on the website that I'm about to show you. And this is all done by the external site, but the external provider. But the external provider has created it in tune with Manatech. So it's a co-branded sort of website that they set up so that you can go to and look at everything that's there. All right, so what we've done is Manatech links. We have added a little button with Social Media Studio. So it's nice and easy that you can access this particularly. And then once you click on that button, you go to a website that's like this. This is the website that is by Promo Republic, which is the external provider, and it also is Manatech branded. So the US has organized all of this, and this is where you can find the webinars, training videos, and everything. This is also where you can contact them for support as well, directly with the US. So there's lots and lots of things in here. So there's some Social Media Studio webinars, lots of webinars there. I'll show you. There's 5 most effective ways to drive sales with social media in 2022. That sounds impressive. How to create a content plan that drives results. There's a content plan for social media. Building trust with your customers, how to brand yourself on social media. And I think the last one is 5 steps to grow your customer base with social media. So these are just the webinars that have been set up and are pre-recorded that you can go and have a look at in your own time. But as well, these are the video tutorials, and you can see there how long they take to watch. And you can go and look up the content side, the graphics editor, scheduling, and also a little tutorial also about the reporting and the analytics. So this is all on that website that's shared right there for you in the space. Okay, so I think that's all I've got for you today. So I think that now brings me to my live demonstration, which is a little bit exciting. So can we see the screen, Jenny?
Yes, Sarah.
Okay, great. So this is my live screen here, and I'm actually live in the tool right now. So you can see all the little line at the top where it's got all the little things that you can put up. This is obviously my retail account that I'm in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here into content. So there's the editor at the bottom, but I'm going to click on this one, which is post ideas. So when I click on post ideas, I'm just going to go through a couple of these for you. Okay, so when you look at this, this is, you can see here it's selected. It's got all the, it has all the lines here. So this means that I'm in this folder here called all files. And what this has is that it's got a whole lot of little tiles, and these are just post ideas. This is all from the US. So the US obviously have put together a few little things, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up, and they've put a few little posts here that you can go in and just outright use. It's all very, you know, great. You can go in and have a play, have a look around. But what I'm going to do here is take you down here to Asset Library. So in this Asset Library here, you've got a little folder here with the United States. So I'm just going to click on that. This is all the United States information and all of their products and all of their folders here. But if you click on this one here, it's got Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore. So we've actually gone out and done a whole lot of research and gotten a whole lot of imagery that you guys can use to promote Manatech in our region. So I'm just going to go into some of these. So here's the aloe vera file. Let's go in and have a look. So these are some images that we've found for you guys that you can use. You can see all of them down there. If we go down to coffee, let's go and have a look at the coffee one. There's a couple of images there. There's a couple of images there that you can see. And these are all images that we found for you that are really interesting and unusual, and you can just take them, use them for social media posts. And there was another really good one down here, which is superfood. So superfood, we found some really lovely images that that you can use. And these ones, you know, really, really nice superfood images that you can use. So they're the images that we've got as what we say, what we call the asset library. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to post ideas again, and I'm going to go to the editor tool. So this is where I'm going to create a social media post right now. We'll see how this goes. But this is where, you know, it'll be really fun. And this is why you've really got to go in and have a play with it, because it is actually a really great tool.
You're being very brave, Sarah. Well done.
I know. Yeah. Okay, so down here we've got backgrounds, objects, text, styles, saved, and uploads. So we're in backgrounds at the moment. So what this is here is this is a Facebook post. So it comes up with the size exactly that you need for a Facebook post. So you don't have to go and think about what the size is and all that kind of things. So here is a whole lot of images that you can use as a background post. So if you have a look, there's a couple there from Christmas. So if you just go up here, I'm just going to use this one. So I'm just going to click on that and use that. And I can actually, so now it's just created itself on here. It's come up with some filters like brightness, contrast, saturation. And if I think that image is good, I'm just going to leave it there. So that's my base plate for my social media posts right now. So let's go and see what else we can find. So in this button here, in this folder here, we've got objects. So if we go into objects, you're going to see there's 3 different little tiles along the top here. Now, these 3 tiles are all from the US. So where it says product right there, that is USA products only. And this is why we thought, oh God, we really sort of need our own product, because there's quite a few products that we have that's a bit different, or the different packaging. So what we've done here is, if you go down to this section here, we have products from Australia, New Zealand, Singapore. So let's click on that and see if we can find a product for us for our social media post. So if we open this, you have access to every single one of our products, which we have uploaded for you. This one here is actually our whole range updated. So if you scroll down here, there's lots of images that you can choose. Oh, there's some Manna Bears. I'm going to choose the Manna Bears. Now, I've just clicked on that. I'm happy with that image, but as you can see, it's come up really, really large. So what you do is you just take the handle and you make it smaller, and you go, oh, look at that, little Manna Bears. And then I might move it up to the board here, pop it on the board. Isn't that cute? I like that. So that's the product images. So, and you can choose from any images. All the bundles are there as well. They're all there. Okay, so that's that. Any other, we make that one smaller again. You also have some other things here, like the independent associate logo. So these are the Australian ones, but you do have access to the American ones as well, which are up the top there. So for today's purpose, I'm going to just use the independent associate logo. I might pop that down there. Again, it makes it really large, so you just make it smaller again, and you make it the only size that you want. Look at that size. I might put it in the corner maybe. There you go. Oh, happy with that. And then all these other little these other little tiles, you've got all these other little things. So there's a little bucket there for M5M logos. You've also got product logos, Impact Youth, Glyco Nutrition. You've got badges and all sorts of other bits and pieces that you know, that we have. So there's the dairy free, there's the soy free, the, you know, non-GMO, all those things. And then we have other things here like frames and labels and banners and buttons and emojis and all sorts of decoration and all sorts of things that you can go in and have fun with. So, you know, that's pretty fun. So that's why it's a really good idea to just go in and have a look. Okay, so the next one here is we do have text. We have text. So what I've done there is I've just clicked on that and it's come up automatically. I'm going to Sarah's recipe. There you go. I'm going to make it white.
Hang on, you need to take the eye out on recipe, Sarah. Hold on, I'm watching, just to prove I'm listening, Sarah.
Oops. Okay. So that one, I'm just going to move that. Might move that up here. There you go. I'll put it up there. The other thing that we have here in all of these buttons are styles. So here you can actually change the font of everything that goes out and you can save it. And then here is a really good button because you can upload any photo from your photo reel on your camera, on your phone, which is pretty good. So if you don't like any of the images that are there, you can actually go and upload your own photo. So this is where you can upload it. Click this button and off you go, and the whole platform will cater for that. So, and that's pretty much what it is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to save this because I love this and I'm going to use it later. So then what happens is it gets saved, and then so I'm just moving things around, and then it goes into my saved folder. And then my saved folder is over here. Sorry, I can't do it. Here it is my save folder. And this is where I've been working on all my social media posts and what, you know, other things that you can do. Here's some other ones that I've been working on. You know, there's one for Superfoods and Plus with an M5M logo. Here's another cute one with all sorts of, you know, pictures and things. And all of these items have come from this platform. It's all of this stuff is in here. So you can actually create whatever you want in here. So it's pretty fun. It's pretty amazing. So if you don't have it, I would suggest to go and try it out straight away. Anyway, so yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm just going to save that. I think I've already saved that. And that's it. I'm going to go back to backgrounds and then I'm just going to stop sharing my screen, I think. And that's it. So yeah, it's a really good tool actually to use. That went pretty well actually. Nothing happened untoward.
I would just like to ask everyone now how they feel about adding it to their toolkit, who's not using it and who now is going to give it a try. So maybe you can just pop up yes or no, or even a heart. That would be awesome, just to give us some idea what you think about this. I think Sarah's done a brilliant job. Now there is 3 questions in the Q&A, Sarah. The first one is from Pauline. What is Google Business Manager, please? Whether you want to speak to it, type it.
Oh, right, yeah. So it's called Google My Business. So so what that is when you have it's mainly when you have a business. How do I explain this? And you have a Google account with your business. So if, for example, if you use Maps, if you have a business and you create a business, you have either a website or anything, you don't even have to have a website, but you have a shop or a retail outlet or something like that, or you have somewhere that you want to promote where you're located, the location finder, it goes to Google Maps and all of those things, all of those tools. So Google My Business is something that you can put up as a you can put up with Google. It's sort of linked to the Google account, and with that Google My Business account you can do a lot of things. You can do free posts, and it's complete, and it's all linked to Google, which means feeds into their algorithm and comes up on Google searches very well.
Okay, look, I think what we'll do also, thanks for the on live, putting you on the spot question, Sarah, but I think we'll do a Q&A sheet to follow up from tonight's call as well. And then Bronwyn's asked, how much is the premium tool subscription? I should know that, but I don't.
No, the premium tool subscription, so it's a bundle that includes the premium success tracker and the Manatech app.
Yeah.
And it costs $30 a month.
Okay, okay. And then the next one was from David. You were going to say how people without tools can get this tool. I'm not too sure, but yes.
So what you can do is if you go to the www.manatechlinks.com.au, if you go onto there, you'll see the little greeny blue icon that we've created that says Social Media Studio. And if you click on that, you get onto the website that has all the webinars and the tutorials, and you can actually sign up from that website as well.
Okay. Now, Pauline's come up too. Sometimes when you post a product, a message comes up, says, not product, not FDA approved, what do you do? Now, I find that one interesting, Sarah, because all of our product is FDA approved.
Well, FDA is an American term.
That's right. So, yeah.
It could be being caught up in the American
terminology.
Yeah, so I'm not sure whether it's FDA approved or whether it's TGA approved, Pauline, but if it says FDA approved, that means that they haven't allocated our TGA rules to the tool yet. So I will actually go and have a look at that myself and see what we can do there. Okay,
thanks, Sarah. Good. Okay, I think that's about it from the questions. I can't see any more, but look, we're getting some good response, Sarah. Well done. I found it very interesting, and you're teaching an old dog new tricks here. I'm going to say that's why we had you on the call tonight. That's your area of expertise, not mine. So Leanne's going to give it a go. Is there access to your PowerPoint from this webinar? I think Olivia will probably put it up on the library, won't she?
Later, yeah. What we'll do is we'll send it out on the next newsletter, probably on Friday, with a recording of the webinar and the PowerPoint.
And it is available to use, isn't it? I'm getting a question. So this is for anyone to use now, correct?
Yes, it is available for everyone to use, but you do have to have a subscription, so you do have to purchase it on a monthly basis. Yep. So my understanding is that it's available with the premium tools bundle only. Yep. Yeah, if you go to that website, you can have a look and it'll tell you how much it will cost on a monthly basis.
Yeah, yeah. And then probably with good one from Kelly, should we use this with our own branding, i.e. own business names?
Yeah, you can. This tool is really if you want to brand it Manatech, or if you want to use the M5M logos, or if you want to use the product images. So yes, you can use it with other your own business, but so the platform really is so that we can share all of our product images and product information and logos, all of those things for you to share. So yes, yeah, you can.
Okay, I think I need to go and have a play around myself, Sarah, so I can learn more. Be the educated one. Great job, thank you. And real value add on our business booster call tonight. So we've had a good audience. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you, Sarah, for putting that presentation together. And I don't think there's any more questions other than to say thank you, and have great fun using this new tool. This year is our year of opportunity, and what a wonderful opportunity this new social media studio is. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight, and wish you every success. Have fun. I think that's what came through with Sarah's presentation, was enjoy, have fun, and get creative. So thank you. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.